Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. We are drinking Flavortown Waterloo. Kelly has root beer. I have coconut lime cooler. This is Smut Swap. She's Kelly. I'm Brittany. You know that already. And if you don't, now you do.
Now you do.
Now you do. Welcome.
It is a lovely Saturday morning.
It is. We're actually recording in the daytime. I feel like this is normally nighttime is for sin. Mm-hmm. Kelly has to go on a world tour.
We're going to Tennessee for softball
over the next week. So we had to make time today to do this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be getting an episode on time.
Yeah, but we did have a 3-day weekend, so
yeah, it's perfect.
It's been nice.
It has been.
It
nice.
might feel like a Sunday.
It does. Really I was like, wait, what's today? I forget. What's you been up to?
Not much.
Work. Yeah. Softball.
Work. Softball. Doctor appointments.
The usual. The usual.
Yeah.
The usual. Well,
what about you?
I got my nails done. I'll try to zoom in. They're really cute. Do you like how I'm holding my nails?
I love them.
They're so cute.
These are mine. They're
Tell them what happened to you. So we both got different things done
at completely different places, but it was like the same time, which was really funny.
So I went to my cousin Outlaw's house. Yes, cousin Outlaw. She's 18 years old, about to start college, and she's been doing nails since she was like 13.
Outlaw? That's hilarious.
So she's been doing nails since she was 13. She did my nails for this wedding that I went to a few years ago, and her form has significantly improved.
Yes.
If you can't tell, she's so good. She freehanded everything on this. We watched a bunch of episodes of Love Island, and it was a really fun girly time. And while I was getting my nails done, Kelly was being traumatized.
So I went and got a pedicure. I was given a gift card for Mother's Day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cash in on this. I'm going to Nashville. Toes are going to be out.
Let's get these out.
Dogs are out
for free. Woof woof.
If you want a picture, Venmo us $5 and we'll send it over. But this really cute old man ended up doing them, and I think this guy was like in his 70s or something. But so he's doing my toes. He had painted them, and then he took this little paintbrush and was cleaning them up, and he got to one toe, and all of a sudden, like, I'm watching TV, I look down because I can feel his breath on my toe. So he had cleaned it up and then was like onto my toe.
Like Kelly's toe with his birthday candle.
So I immediately texted Brittany and my sister, and I'm like, so I'm getting my toenails done, and this old man just blew onto my toe. I will be tipping, but I will not be returning.
I shall not return to this. I will return to my cousin Outlaw. She's the best. It's so fun.
You have like an eyelash on your cheek. I keep looking at it when I look over.
Why didn't you brush it off sensually?
I should have.
You should have.
I regret not doing that.
It's okay. We are one day closer to Eric being home, one day closer to seeing them boys at Summerfest.
I can't wait. Does he get in on the 1st?
He leaves the 1st, but that doesn't mean that he will be boarding a plane to the United States on the 1st.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
so will he be here?
He won't be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
If by some miracle he ends up here, but they will not be letting him leave until the 1st.
Okay, got it.
So I don't think he's going to make it. We're also going to a baseball game.
Brittany's so excited.
I'm so excited. I made my crochet top. It's ready to go and all that. But we got to get started because I'll just yammer on all day.
It's okay.
What are you reading?
Oh, what am I reading? I started the second book in the Crescent City series, which I'm not a big fan of that series, but I need to read these before the next ACOTAR comes out, so I'm suffering through it.
Why? Are they like connected?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like crossover between ACOTAR and this, which is fine. But I just don't like an urban fantasy. I don't want to be in New York City and then there's...
Oh, well then you should not read the Shadowhunters books.
Well, I think that's okay, but I think because of how she writes, and because of how she writes this series, it's just annoying to me. So maybe I just don't like this urban fantasy.
Maybe.
And these two characters, because in my opinion, they're obnoxious.
Because the Shadowhunters books all take place in like LA and England and yeah.
I think that'd be fine.
Yeah.
It's just this one I don't like.
Okay.
I shouldn't say all urban fantasy, just this one.
She doesn't like Sarah J. Maas urban fantasy.
Yes. And I think because I love her other two series, and because of how those are, I wanted something similar, and this is completely different.
So I'm confused about how there's crossover if ACOTAR is like real fantasy. I don't care. I don't care because I'm never going to read them. I have no interest. Anyway,
I think this one just takes place like thousands of years later. So there's some
okay.
time travel.
Okay.
I don't know. I haven't got there.
Is that all that you're reading? Just one?
I'm trying to get through the arc read still.
That was due weeks ago.
I actually sat and read for a couple hours, and it's pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
It's pretty exciting.
That's good.
Yeah. Which also has time travel and urban fantasy.
What the hell? Who
I
is
should
she?
just stop talking.
Who is she? I'm reading Eternal Ruin by Tigist Germa. It's like, you remember when I was reading Immortal Dark? It's the second book in the Immortal Dark series. It's about black vampires at this university. The whole like cast of characters is black.
Hold on. I might have literally just added that to my TBR.
Yeah, it's a 3-book series, and the last one, I don't know if it's out yet or if it comes out soon. It's called Infernal Vow. I'm really excited. I have been listening to the audiobook only, and it's like a full cast narration.
Oh, I didn't add it to it.
So I've been just listening to my audiobook and playing Stardew Valley and listening to the audiobook and crocheting. And
I love that.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to the audiobook while I make a sewing tutorial here in a little bit.
Aw.
Because I'm making a sewing tutorial.
That's great. I was reading the Final Girls support group / listening on Audible, but
Did you
I
finish it?
could not stand the narrator.
Oh.
So I'm like, I returned my loan and I'm going to just check out the actual book and read it because the narrator is awful.
Yeah, let me see if I have it before you do that, because I might have the physical book.
There's like a 26-year-old man, and she talks to him like, when she does his voice, it's like a baby voice. And I'm like, I don't like this.
That's funny, though.
And the way she like emphasizes certain words and sentences, I'm like, I would not read it like that. And I'm like, I can't do it.
Sometimes the narrators really make or break it.
Yeah. Normally I can push through, but I just could not. But yeah, that's all.
Have you hear me gulp down my bubbles. Those are really good.
I like it.
It's helped me not drink soda anymore. But once again, we digress. Let's talk about Ravage by Steph Macca.
Let's talk about smut.
Let's talk about group sex, shall we?
Bring on the group sex.
Bring on the group sex. So, if you recall, our girl was drugged at the end of the last book. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay.
And taken away, right?
Yep, taken away. And we are opening up with her.
You're welcome.
$5, please. That'll be $5. So we're opening up with Avery strapped down to a table in a facility flanked by 2 doctors. I really don't care what their names are. One of them tells Avery, you can just call me.
And she's naked.
You can just call me Melanie.
Oh my gosh.
They proceed to move her to a room with a tub and a cover that has like a hole for her head in it.
What?
Yeah. And the doctor tells the guards to strip her to her undergarments, which they oblige. Avery's obviously screaming the whole time this is happening.
Are they going to harvest her organs? Like it's a tub full of ice?
Once she's dressed down, they place her in a tub with ice cold water and cover it with her head just like peeking out of that hole that I pointed out earlier. She talks with the doctor, Melanie, who informs her this is for her own good. And I'm sorry. No, this is for her own good. I don't know why. Talk to text. Okay, talk to text.
Got it.
This is for her own good. Anyway,
Got
it. She tries to get Melanie to tell her where they are, but obviously she's very unsuccessful in that endeavor. And then we're going to cut over to Gray's perspective. So while Avery's being tortured, Gray and Theo are ready to tear this institute down to find Avery, but Damon tells them that going in guns ablaze could run the risk of them falling for a trap. They have to be tactical about their search and rescue mission. Theo's very much lost about the whole secret society thing, and honestly, same. But Damon kind of clears it up by telling us that the whole intent was in setting up this secret society was to keep everybody in Lilydale safe, not just Avery, which Gray's like calming down a little bit as Damon's talking, but he's still ready like to go on a murderous rampage because he's Gray. Everyone is supposed to carry on as normal until the announcement is made that Avery is dead or she returns to the Institute, because this is what the head of the Institute does. If they're deemed dead, they're never seen again. But if they return, the other patients are told they were in solitary confinement. Basically, they have to act normally in order to not get arrested or tossed in solitary while they're figuring out their next move. Avery is not eating in this little room that she's being kept in.
her tub.
She's like taken out of the tub and moved to like a room with a bed and everything, and they serve her food. They're bringing her food, but she's like, I'm not eating that. She's like, I can't react to whatever I'm being put through because I know my guys including Damon, are trying to figure out how to get me away from these like human experiments ASAP. So I just have to keep a level head and everything's going to be okay. She assumes that the torture chamber that she's in is attached to Lilydale and she's only got to brave it out for a few days before she's found. This is all in her head, she's assuming. The doctors and a few guards take her to a room to eat and rest, but she only rests. She's like, I'm not eating. I don't know what's in there. They could be trying to poison me.
Yeah.
Once they're ready and she's dry after her ice bath, they bring her into a room, strap her down to a dentist chair. That's what it seemed like. I don't know if it was an actual dentist chair, but like it was like one of the chairs that like goes up and down and like lays you back. So I was like, oh, it's a dentist chair.
It's a dentist chair.
And they hook up all these little electrodes to her. They also shoot her up with something through this port that she describes as ice in her veins. She hears them say something about a certain voltage ever so many milliseconds and then hears nothing but the sound of her own screams. So they're electrocuting her.
Oh my gosh.
In Damon's first chapter, we're going to get a glimpse as to what his childhood was like. Spoiler alert, his dad is an abusive piece of shit who backhands Damon for falling off of his bike and getting his boo-boo treated by his mama. He was only like 5 and he's like riding his bike and he falls off and he scrapes up like his elbow. He comes into his house. His mom's like, okay, come on, sets him up on the counter. She's like cleaning it off, putting a Band-Aid on it. And the dad comes in and sees him like sitting on the counter getting tended to. And he's like, be a man.
Put some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt in it. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, okay, so
normal dad thing.
He has a reason for being the way that he is, Damon.
Got it. Okay.
He grows on me. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we hate it. He shows growth.
In present day, the gang's all together trying to figure out where Avery is. They have a general idea.
They're like Scooby-Dooing this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Scooby snacks involved in everything. The plan is to break off into pairs to complete their search. So Gray and Theo are paired off together for their search and rescue mission. And as the plan falls into place, Damon's gesturing to this pile of black clothing for everyone to change into, including masks. He tells them, be smart. He doesn't care whose blood is spilt. Okay. Their mission is to do whatever is necessary to get Avery back. He gives permission for the individuals to be as ruthless and unhinged as they'd like because it's go time.
Get super stabby. Please.
Get super stabby.
Please and thanks.
So Avery's going through more trials in her next chapter. She's almost sedated, but like not quite because the doctors are convinced that she won't hurt them. So they haven't like taken her fully down. She's kind of with it. She tells us that she would hurt them if she had the strength to by channeling her inner Theo and shoving their noses into their skulls or something equally grotesque. She manages to break free, but there's nothing she can really use to protect herself as in like a weapon. So she punches through this window and uses a shard of glass to like keep them at bay. That's her knife.
Gosh.
She's like, stay back.
This'll do.
This'll do in a pinch. This is when they decide to bring out the big guns by telling her that once she's better, she's going to be returned to her friends. Their proof? They show her somebody else down there in these torture chambers with her. The person that they show her is Vivian, who we were told in the last book was dead.
Okay, look, I remember.
So Viv's not dead, and she's like, hey.
Viv's like, hey, girl.
She's like, Avery's like, Viv, are you good? And Vivian's like, I am not good. They've been hurting me too.
I am not good at all.
Avery ends up dropping her guard a little upon seeing Vivian, so they're able to grab a hold of her once more. They throw her into her room, and that's where she vows that she's going to get herself back to the boys. She's
back
like,
to her men.
I can't rely on anyone to rescue me but myself. I'm going to find my way out.
Good for her.
Avery's hope is that the boys are going to rescue her from the previous chapter. So she's like, I'm hopeful that they are going to find me, but that's short-lived because she ends up being taken from her room to conduct a new experiment, something about like endorphins or some shit that I didn't really understand.
We just glazed over that part.
Yeah, I just was like, I don't, what? What?
You're like, it's not conducive to the plot. It's fine.
Like, I really don't understand, like.
Me and Hail Mary every time the science got real deep. And I'm like, okay.
Hey, so
I love
like
some of this.
So like, yeah, I have a master's degree in science, but not like this kind of science. Hello. So they end up drawing her blood 3 times over the course of showing her this video that like enrages her. They tell her that it's a live feed that she's watching. So in the video, she's watching Gray meeting this beautiful blonde-haired, green-eyed woman in the library where he proceeds to make sweet, sweet love to her.
She looked like this.
That's the blonde bitch that Gray was meeting. Swing her hair over her shoulder so that there you go. Her eyes are blue, but like pretend.
Oh, okay.
Just pretend.
Sorry.
Which one was Gray? I think this one.
Was Gray the first one she hooked up with?
Yeah.
Oh, no, or was that Theo?
Theo.
Okay, I think this was Gray.
There's Gray. Look at perfect blonde. I don't think that you saw what I just did.
I did not.
I went, here they are. As readers, we know that this is old footage of the girl that Avery replaced, but Avery is fully convinced that this is currently happening. She's unlovable. Her boys have already forgotten about her, and that's her daddy's voice that she hears in her head telling her all these things.
Oh.
That's
sad.
Logically, she does realize that these doctors are probably just trying to hurt her for their tests, but her trauma has her believing that these things are true. So now we're in Damon's point of view, and it's go time for Operation Rescue Avery. Gray passes out these little handmade knives that he has for her. He's like, party favors.
These little ships.
A knife for you, a knife for you, a knife for you. And Theo's like, I don't really think that I need that.
Theo's like, I got my own.
Theo's like, I don't need your little weapon because I am a weapon.
Oh my gosh.
He and Gray pair off to go look for Avery on the south end, and Damon's teamed up with Leighton to go to the north end. They're struggling to find Avery, though there are many clues to indicate that they're in the right place. Eventually, they stumble about Vivian, who points out the room that Avery's in before Damon has her whisked away to his room. Vivian is whisked away to the room by Leighton. So Damon's now on his own. When he finds Avery, she tries to swing on him, and then he's like, oh God, she's fine. I'm relieved that she's still trying to hit me. That means that she's okay. He helps her get to her feet, and then this alarm starts blaring. They end up fighting their way through 3 guards to make it safely back to Lilydale proper. That's what I call it.
Lilydale proper.
Damon flings a knife into one's neck, and Avery shoots one of them. She the guy who gets his knife, or I think this is neck slash, she picks up his gun and shoots another one, and then Damon
full on action mode here.
Yeah, Damon slices open a third guy's neck. So once they're upstairs, Leighton tells Damon that Vivian is safe, and that Jillian, Leighton, and Christopher. Once they're upstairs, Leighton tells Damon that Vivian is safe and with Jillian, and that Christopher, the doctor, knows that everything went down. Avery is still wary of Christopher, but Damon promises her that he's not going to let Christopher near her. She starts asking questions about the woman from the video, and we learn that Avery was only gone for 17 hours.
Oh, gosh.
Less than a day, and all of this happened.
Forever.
It literally felt like forever. We are almost 10 chapters into the book, by the way, and she was only gone for 17 hours. Okay. Damon also assures her that the girl in the video is dead and has been for 6 months. Her name is Leah, and she's the only other girl that Gray was ever actually interested in. And I was like, watch her still be alive and have gone through these experiments.
Is she over with Vivian?
But whatever. I said, if she's not, we won't mention this. I'm mentioning it because there's still a whole other book.
Oh, so you never know.
Back in Damon's room, he gives the trio a moment alone. So the trio is Avery, Theo, and Gray. And he leaves. They don't really discuss anything of consequence. The boys just kind of cling to Avery and decide that they'll ask her to talk about it when she's ready. When Damon returns, the 3 make their way to Gray's room, with Theo dragging his mattress in so that they can all be together.
Aww,
swearing they'll never be apart again. The trio fall asleep in a cuddle puddle. When she wakes up the next day, Gray's gone to meet with Damon, so she's alone with Theo. She tells him that Damon kissed her, and he's unsurprised because Damon's the one who was like, search and rescue mission, let's figure everything out. Then they end up making sweet, sweet love on the pile of mattresses that are still all pushed together on the floor. He finishes in her mouth and then kisses her, telling her she's his, at which point Gray's voice rings out, I think you mean ours. She's ours. So we can just assume that Gray was lurking in the corner watching these two get their freak on.
He's like, all right.
And now we have Theo's first chapter. And one thing that really bothers me about these books is that Theo is very much a side character.
Oh. You like him, right?
I like Theo. But Theo has so few chapters. It's like the Gray, Avery, and Damon show.
Oh.
And I'm like, Theo was one of the Theo was the first one that she hooked up with.
You're like, bring me more of Theo.
Give me more Theo. All right, so we have some inner monologue with our darling Theo in this chapter. First and foremost, though, after Theo has finished in Avery's mouth, Gray goes in for a kiss, and she's like, no, don't. And Theo's like, hey, I just came in Avery's mouth. And Gray is like, so?
And?
I
don't care.
I want to kiss my girl. So...
Let me in on that.
Let me get a taste. I'll have a taste too.
We're all friends here.
We're brother boyfriends. It's fine. Boyfriend-in-law. Cousin love. When they leave the room, Theo doesn't hold Avery's hand, giving Gray the chance to like reconnect with her, despite the fact that he wants to like super glue her to his body.
He wants to crawl into her skin.
He's like, let me show you how American Psycho I can be. In the dining hall, they join Damon, who's staring at Avery. Theo's the only one who's paying attention to this. And then Arthur comes in making announcements about Vivian and Vivian being back and Avery being suicidal. Mm-hmm. This pisses her off, but Damon overrides her feeling by telling her and the two guys to meet him in the library once they're all done with Dr. Markle. So Avery has to go and see the actual physical doctor today. They're making Avery go talk to him this morning to see if he had anything to do with her being taken. Because remember, he's the one who gave her the pill that made her like woozy. So yeah. He's like an old man, so they don't think that he like maliciously did it. He also doesn't like keep things labeled. It's just like loose pills around. So
the people that took her, are they related to the Lilydale
people
staff?
So you're gonna find out a little bit more about that in a minute.
Okay, because it's odd to me that she would be taken and experimented on and then rescued by other patients.
Yeah.
And then she's just walking around Lilydale like it's a normal day.
Here's a spoiler alert because you have questions. So what we find out is that they are actually government contractors associated with Lilydale, and so it's like all to do with the funding of Lilydale. So like Lilydale is paying them to do these experiments, and if they're successful, it means more funding from the government because then they can bring more people in and cure them of their like psychopathy or whatever.
Got it.
It's just like a whole like whatever.
But I'm like, she's just waltzing around. Like
are you
all
here?
Fine.
Are you all here for the story? Or are you here for the group sex? Let us know in the comments.
Let us know.
Let us know, because I glaze over like a lot of stuff because I
get logical or no?
I glaze over a lot of stuff because I'll just be so honest. Books on Kindle Unlimited, I don't have any like expectations for them. I just am like, I'm here for the ride, and I don't care if it makes sense.
I get it.
So yeah. Okay. So like it's all to do with funding. Anyway, they're going to take her to this old ass man to see if there's anything that he had to do with this. Okay. So in Gray's chapter, they reconvene to discuss the plan, which is ASS, aka Avery Sleep Schedule, which is being implemented because the Institute is now going to start adding wellness checks into the nightly rotation, and they don't want Avery to be taken again, or any patients for that matter. Yes. The plan is to have one of the guys in the female wing of the Institute at all times, while also still prioritizing their own sleep schedules. Okay. So it's like they have a watch bill.
I love that.
They discuss briefly what happened to Avery while she was taken, and Gray begins to notice that there's definitely something between Avery and Damon. He tells us that he feels like he's intruding on a moment between them. So he's like, okay, I'm going to leave. Me and Theo are going to go do something else. Damon and Avery are going to be alone. And then he and Theo are like, let's go find Christopher. In Avery's chapter, we're learning a lot about Damon. I already said this. He's growing on me, but I'm going to get to him in a minute. Damon tells Avery that it's okay for her to fall apart after what happened to her. She starts to tell him that she's fine, but he threatens to bend her over the table and spank her ass if she says those words, and then proceeds to tell her to fall apart and let Gray and Ashwood, that's Theo, piece her back together.
Oh, don't be a naughty girl.
Don't be a naughty girl, or I'll bend you over this table and spank your ass.
She's like, ooh. Okay.
She asks if he would also help her, and he's like, yeah. She ends up crying, and he like holds her face and wipes the single tear that's falling down her cheek away. And I said, parentheses, hot. Hot. And she confesses that she doesn't hate him anymore, and she also doesn't view him as a monster. And he's like, well, that's a mistake. So Lilydale was created specifically to house Damon. It's a way for his father to steal the money that Damon's mother set up in a trust in Damon's name without the IRS and FBI knocking down his door. Basically, Daddy Dearest paid a doctor to misdiagnose Damon in order for him to be locked up for life. The Institute acts as a front for all of Damon's father's schemes. The experiments are also a front to get government funding, like I told you about.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense now. In the end, we learn that Damon's father killed Damon's mother, and Damon didn't kill his father in return, and that he will not be making that same mistake again. So, okay. Oh, I just remembered how this book ends, and I am starting the 4th book today.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
I just remembered how it ends.
There's only 4, right?
There's only 4 that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tony, I know you're a major fan of these books, so just let me know. I know you've read them all. No.
Oh.
No.
I'm like, really?
No.
Tony? Avid reader?
Avid reader?
Does he even read?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's read every...
Sorry, Tony.
Tony, I'm going to just vouch for you for a second. He's read every single Stephen King book.
Oh.
Good for you, Tony.
I love that. What's funny is Pat and I were just talking about Stephen King.
Yeah, good for you, Tony.
He is getting away from Audible, so he got a few Stephen King books to like close out the 3 credits he had.
Yeah.
But they're all like 40 some hours long.
Yeah. Tony, what are you going to do when Stephen King dies? Is it going to be like a day of mourning for you? Let me know.
You should read Taylor Adams. Maybe he'll... I know he's not the same, but...
He's not the same, but...
He's suspenseful.
If you like...
And he's a dirty man.
If you like hearing about men sucking on women's teeth, then that's the book for you. It's called...
Oh.
I can picture the cover.
I can too.
It's not No Exit.
Something review.
No.
Hold on.
I'll edit this out. The cover's blue. It has yellow letters.
The last word.
The last word. Tony,
I was like, I know it has something to do with like...
You heard it here first.
Review.
You should definitely read that book.
Yes.
I have it. If you want to borrow it, let me know. Anyway, we digress once again.
Sorry.
Meanwhile, with Christopher... We're in Gray's POV now. Meanwhile, with Christopher, Theo and Gray are playing bad cop to try to convince him...
Bad in general.
to try to convince him to help them figure out who had a hand in getting Avery down to that torture chamber. This whole chapter was full of Gray threatening Christopher while Theo just like stood off behind him looking menacing.
He's like hiding in a corner again.
He's like got his arms crossed like... Christopher agrees to try his best to help, but only because he cares about Avery's well-being as a former patient of him. And I was like, does he want Avery too? Oh my God. Does Avery have the magic coups? Like, why does everybody want her?
Just a hot commodity.
She's a hot commodity.
It's like our friend that used to work with us.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted her.
Everybody wanted her, including the boy that I was talking to. You remember that?
Yeah. Fuck that.
And she was like, no.
Brittany.
Because she's a girl's girl. Love you.
We love her.
Theo suggests he start with the new psychiatrist when he starts asking questions of the other staff. So Christopher's going to be nosing about, and they're going to start with the new psych doctor, whose name is Dr. Elsher. So Dr. Elsher sent a guard to retrieve Avery. Gray and Theo are adamant that she not go, and Damon's like, nay. She's going to be going.
Nay.
She steps away from Gray and Theo, dropping their hands that she'd previously been holding, and speaks directly to Damon, who promises they will be on the other side of the door during her meeting, and she needs to only call for them if she needs them. In Elsher's office, she tears him a new one before concluding that he is to tell Arthur that she will be placed back under Dr. Smith's care, and then she storms out into the waiting arms of her lovers.
All three of them.
Avery spends the night in her room, feeling safe, knowing that Gray is the one lurking in the hallway to protect her. She wishes he would come into her room, but recognizes that he's probably just trying to let her rest. In class the next day, Charmaine's droning on about classic literature while Gray's like staring lovingly at Avery, who tells him she won't impale him with her pencil, but she might let him impale her later. And he seems to...
I love it.
He seems to really love this and continues to stare at her intensely, pulling her by the wrist and shoving people out of the way when their free time starts. He takes her
come here, you.
He takes her to the library. And
fucking library, man.
And chases her around the table. And when he finally catches her, he tells her that she's going to read aloud since she wasn't paying attention in class today. And while she's reading aloud, he's going to be fucking her. If she stops reading, then he's going to stop too. So he bends her over the table and does just that. And the book that she's reading aloud from is Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh my gosh. It's perfect.
It's so perfect. Once they've both come, she realizes that they've both pledged their allegiance to Dead Man, aka Damon. I was like, okay, whatever. That's what Gray calls Damon.
Okay.
And it's because, which I don't know if I talk about it like later in this chapter or like later in this book. It's because Damon's initials are DEAD.
Oh.
And so Gray calls him Dead Man.
Okay.
Instead of Damon. Dead Man.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah, sure. After their little sexcapades, Avery and Gray talk about what happened to her in her trials. I'm not going into all the details again. What she tells Gray absolutely enrages him. Also of note, he tells her that she and Leah can't compete with each other, not just because Leah's dead, but because Gray is actually in love with Avery, and he was not in love with Leah. Finally, it seems like Gray is also coming around to the idea of Damon entering the throuple to make it a square of love.
A square.
He tells us it's because Damon would offer Avery more protection. I just think that I just think that this is character growth for Gray. He's not a jealous little bitch anymore. And now we're in Theo's point of view again.
Maybe he also likes boys, is what we've realized.
They don't actually do it.
Damn.
I know. It's really disappointing when the boyfriends aren't also boyfriends. In Theo's chapter, he is reminding us of the fact that he is psychotic. He's on a mission to destroy the lab that experimented on Avery. He smashes that shit up like he was paid to do it because he views it as something that would cost Lilydale financially, which destroying expensive ass equipment makes this assessment correct, I guess, because so they won't be able to receive the government funding if their lab, and I'm sure that the lab equipment I'm sure that the lab equipment was super expensive. I mean, I can't imagine that electrodes and like medication is cheap. This is America.
Yeah, everything's marked up like 1,000%.
600%.
Come on.
Luck is on his side because he's also able to get a leg up on one of the doctors who was running experiments on Avery. This man's name is Dr. West, and Theo fights him, physically overpowering him and jamming this syringe that Dr. West had planned to use on Theo into this doctor's neck faster than lightning.
Wow.
Then Theo hooks him up to the electrodes and the machine used on Avery. And he's like, so what exactly did we do? Like, how did you run this on her? And then he ups the ante of what they were doing to Avery and ends up electrocuting the man to death.
Oh, gosh.
I love Theo.
A little crazy.
He's a little crazy, but that's okay.
I like it.
Avery's in session with Dr. Smith, Christopher, where he tells her that her suppressing the emotions and the trauma of what happened to her while she was being tortured will likely manifest in her finding herself unable to control her emotions at some point. He also confesses that he's the one who framed her for Sam Hallman's murder in the first book, and she's pissed about that, rightfully so. Perhaps this is subtle foreshadowing. We don't know. A guard interrupts them, telling them the session's over, and Avery is escorted to Damon, who tells her to come with him because he has a present for her. The gift is a cell phone.
Oh.
Because the boys won't be able to be with Avery 24/7, despite Damon wishing that that were the case. Christopher, aka Dr. Smith, was able to smuggle phones in for the four of them.
Wow.
I was like, wow, they went from like being haters of each other to now being like tight cousins.
They love each other.
They love each other now. They talk about the deal Damon was able to cut to get her back to Lilydale, and they are this close to kissing again, but they don't. We learned earlier that Damon's last name is Dale. His mother was Lily, so the institute is named after her.
Okay.
Lilydale. Damon's room number is 1 because he is patient 0.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, patient 0 is my joke because, you know, it's like when COVID happened, they were like patient 0. Or like when anything happens, it's patient 0. So he's the first patient. Here we go. He convinces Avery, despite talking directly into her mouth, that he's like, no.
He's like, open up.
Okay, so this is gonna be. I have to demonstrate. So they're like, this one's Damon, right? He's Superman. Yes. So they're like this close to each other. So when I say he's talking into her mouth, he's like, I only kissed you to shut you up. But they're like this close to each other. Okay. That's the demonstration so that you know what I'm talking about. So
okay, thank you.
When I say he's talking directly into her mouth, you got it. She's like, let's play a little game, which is how she learns about Damon's mom. When she starts to explain that she liked the kiss, Gray interrupts from his psych session with Dr. Evil.
He's like, huh? What kiss?
So he bounds in like a little puppy dog, and he ends up kissing Avery, which breaks the moment that she and Damon were having. And I was like, wow, what a cock block. So they're waiting for Theo.
Way to edge us out a little more.
Yeah, right? So annoying. They wait for Theo, who tells them that he did take care of Dr. West, i.e. that he's dead. A lot of this chapter is Gray's inner monologue about how big of a cock block he's been to Damon and Avery. He's realizing that if anything were to happen between the two, it will only happen after he's been like, I give my blessing. So Theo can't be the one to do this because there's no jealousy in Theo. He's just along for the ride. He's like, I saw it tear apart my sister. I'm not letting it tear apart another person. Like, I can't be, it's stupid to be jealous.
He's like, do what you feel.
So Gray ends up taking Damon off to the side to tell him not to hurt Avery. And then with his newly appointed cell phone, he texts Avery the following quotes. Little killer.
Little killer.
You are my absolute everything. Everyone deserves a chance to love you too. So if your heart belongs to 3 people, then that's okay. I'm not going to go anywhere no matter what happens.
He's like, essentially, fuck whoever you want. It's fine.
He's like, it's fine. Can I watch?
Do your thing.
Can I watch?
I will just be in the corner. You won't even see me.
And then I'll kiss you after he blows in your mouth because I'd like a taste too.
Which, I'm sorry. That just reminds me. So when I was giving birth to Claire, like before it even happened, my friend Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Was in the room.
Andy, you were there?
She was pregnant at the time as well. And she was like, I'll just be over here. And I'm like, no, I don't want anyone in here. Please get out.
Oh, she didn't watch?
No.
Oh, Andy, I'm disappointed in you. You should have stood your ground.
I'm very passive. It probably would have worked.
She would have been like, no, I'll just be right here.
Should have just seen them like hoisting my legs into the air as they like Heimlicked Claire out of me.
Oh my God.
Her shoulder got stuck.
Claire with her
She was cozy.
Claire with her linebacker shoulders.
I know.
Not anymore, but like as a baby.
Yes. Yeah.
Claire.
Sorry.
Okay.
That just reminded. She was just like, I'll just be over here.
They made my ex-husband and my mother-outlaw go stand at the foot. So everybody watched Sawyer come out.
Everyone watched.
Yeah.
My mom and David did as well. They watched.
I was like, oh God.
Yeah. When they hoisted me, the nurse was like on this side and I like grabbed her ass because it was like the only thing to hold on to. And just like on it.
You're like clawing
like, what's happening?
You're like clawing into her ass like a cat.
I was. Full on claw.
The claw. And so that's Kelly's birth story.
How can I make this about me?
Tune in next week for more of Kelly's stories. So, okay. I think that we're now in Avery's point of view. I just checked. We are. They're preparing for another meeting this evening in the library. Avery's with Damon in the kitchens eating.
Got it.
What?
Is there another got it?
No. Killing her weight. Don't know what that's supposed to be.
That's fine.
They're sorting out food options for tonight, and Damon wants her to decide what the food options are going to be. So she's like, I think I'd like pizza, make sure that there's pineapple on one, and charcuterie boards.
Yes.
And Damon smiles at
My
her.
girl.
Damon smiles at her. I know, my girl too. We need a charcuterie board. Damon smiles at her when she asks if she did a good job, and she's like, oh my God, you smiled at me.
She's like, what is that on your face?
She has been running Gray's text through her head over and over since he sent it yesterday. She's sure that he meant she should have her way with Damon and he won't intervene or be upset. At the meeting, they talk about their lack of control of the camera feeds, and they come up with this idea to plant a new camera that only they can have access to in Arthur's office. Gray jokes about not wanting to see Arthur sex up his assistant, and Avery thinks that they should give them a taste of their own medicine, given that they have sex tapes on all of the patients. Which is, how they like showed Avery the footage of that Gray and Leah. Theo and Gray are arguing over Avery's pineapple pizza and whether or not pineapple actually affects taste. If you know, you know. When Avery wanders over to Damon.
Oh, I was like, huh? Oh,
Kelly doesn't know. They drink the provided.
Give me a second.
She's like, I'll catch up eventually. They drink the provided booze and talk about how he's got watch over Avery tonight. She returns to the 2 boys that are in love with her and makes a joke about how much pineapple she's eaten. And they decide that during free time tomorrow, they're going to test the taste theory on Avery.
Okay.
Avery goes back to her room. She realizes that she doesn't like being alone, so she ends up using her phone to text Damon. They argue about going to sleep, and she tells him that he should sleep, then follows up with, "It's just a joke, not a dick, so don't take it so hard," which prompts him to
I love that.
which prompts him to enter her room.
I'm sorry, who? Which one?
Damon.
Damon, okay. All right.
Well, it's just a joke, not
Get
a dick.
excited.
It's just a joke, not a dick. You don't have to take it so hard, guys. They kind of discuss the whole experiment thing, and he touches her hand to comfort her. She ends up resting her hand fully atop his.
Like so?
Like so. And ultimately falls asleep, with the only sign he was there being his lingering scent in her room when she wakes.
It's like a musky BO scent.
Because there's no deodorant in here. All right, we're in Theo's POV again. We open in the library where Theo has Avery spread out on a table. He's giving her a rib cage tattoo, you freaks. Calm down.
I was like this?
Maybe, but he's tattooing her ribs.
Oh.
She wants one on her ribs to match because both Theo and Gray have one, and our girl has FOMO. She's having a hard time. Rib cage tattoos hurt like a bitch, and I would know because I have one.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Did I know that? Probably.
It's right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you've ever seen
Tune in to watch Brittany flash me.
I will be cutting that out. If you've ever seen me
naked.
If you've ever seen me in a swimsuit,
Which I have.
which you have, it's there.
Okay. I've seen that.
She's seen that. Elizabeth has it to match.
Or if you see her naked, which I've also done.
Yeah. She has.
Tony, I'm kidding.
Tony, she has. Don't let her fool you. I've seen all of my friends' boobs except for Kelly's.
One day I'll show you.
One day I'll show you. So
fine.
since she's having a hard time with the ribcage tattoo, he's like, you better do something about this to make it more bearable. She needs to be still. Maybe we could test out that pineapple theory right now. And I was like, bro, first of all, that's not going to keep her still. Are you serious? Okay, so
Come on,
so
be
Gray,
so for real.
So Gray sticks his tongue in her coos while Theo finishes the tattoo. Once she's done, he kisses Avery deeply whilst fondling her boob and telling her to come all over Gray's face. So she does. Oh, Theo Theo kisses Avery deeply, and she comes all over Gray's face. Whatever. Then Gray stands super close to Theo, being like, she does taste sweet. Would you like to have a little taste? And Theo's like, hell yeah. So Gray grabs onto Theo's face and opens his mouth and spits in Theo's mouth.
I was like, do they make out? I feel like you said that the boys...
Nope, he just spits in his mouth. And Avery's like...
Tasty.
Avery's like, I love that. Hot.
That's our new catchphrase. What?
Then, because this is prison, they only have one needle. So Theo sterilizes the needle, and Avery does a tattoo on Gray. I don't remember what she does.
It's like a scribble because she has no experience.
No, she tattooed Theo.
Oh, I knew that.
Theo's in line for the showers, and this guard approaches him, and he's like, the head would like a word. The word being that he knows that Theo killed Dr. West. That's the word.
Oh.
Theo's like, why don't you prove it? Despite the fact that there's literal photographic evidence laid out.
Video.
There's like evidence laid out on the desk.
You can't prove anything.
You can't prove anything. I'm an innocent. So he's like, I see these photos. Would you mind if I take one? I need a souvenir.
Also, this is AI. It's not me. It has stolen my likeness.
Arthur's outraged at this, yelling at a guard to take Theo to solitary, and Theo's like, whatever. I like it down there. It's not really a punishment. Even though he's enraged because Arthur told him before he left that he can't always protect Avery, and then he throws him in solitary. So he's like, fuck, damn it. He does got me there.
But he has his cell phone like secretly shoved up his asshole, so it's fine.
Actually, he had it in his pocket, and the only saving grace in this moment is that he had the brain power to call. They set up speed dial, and Damon's number one on everybody's speed dial. So he had the common sense to speed dial Damon, so Damon heard the whole conversation.
Wow.
And so they know that...
Quick thinking.
Right? Theo's my favorite. He's so psychotic and smart.
Such a crafty little boy.
So the boys break the news that Theo's in solitary to Avery over breakfast. We find out that he's going to be down there for a week. She freaks out a little bit, and then she and Damon head off to see Christopher. There's a whole lot of shifting around that's going to have to happen while Theo's out of commission. So step one seems to be like seeing if Dr. Smith will get them cameras. Avery does all the sweet talking. She's like, please, Dr. Smith, we need the cameras. Can't you just smuggle them in your butt like you did these cell phones? And he ultimately agrees, despite the fact that he like tells Damon, I'm not your errand boy. You won't be having me do all these little errands and sneaking shit in for you. This is ridiculous. They have a little session where they discuss why Dr. Smith decided to use his Ivy League education at Lilydale. I don't remember. Also of note, the whole chess thing comes up again where Dr. Smith makes a comment about the queen protecting the king, which brings up the way that Avery may or may not be feeling about Damon internally because she doesn't feel like it would benefit anyone for her to discuss her relationship status. Damon is on his way to pay Arthur a little visit. His father is in the office when he enters, and Arthur has like a whole bunch of paperwork in front of him that's going to grant Alexander, Damon's father, access to Damon's trust fund that was laid out by the mom. He seems reluctant to believe this will matter until his father name drops a judge who is an old friend of his father, and he's like, oh, fuck. It's corrupt. He's going to be able to get what he wants because they're friends. Speaking of old friends, let's talk about how Arthur and Daddy Dearest are friends. Daddy knew that Arthur was cheating on his wife, paid court fees during their divorce, and less than 6 months later, Damon's mother and only friend to Arthur's wife was dead. And then Damon was diagnosed with imminent explosive disorder and tossed in Lilydale to rot. Is that a real disorder? I should ask my therapist.
Never heard of it.
Me either. Daddy's very upset about the money thrown away on the equipment that Theo ruined. And he tells Damon that he very well may give the team permission to fix Damon next.
Ooh.
Damon is, of course, not worried in the slightest.
He's like, whatevs, Dad.
He's like, all right, go ahead. I'm tough. TUFF. Except maybe he is a little worried because when he walks Avery to class the next chapter, she points out that he's angry and refuses to look at her, and he barely acknowledged her during lunch. Gray's off doing some other tasks, so he's MIA from class and lunch, and that has Avery on edge. Once class is over, one of the girls, Jillian, is there waiting for Avery, and she's like, we got to hang out because Gray and Damon are otherwise occupied. Avery's like, okay, well, you're in with Damon. Could I please have an access card? And they end up making their way to the boys' wing.
Ooh.
Jillian is like, okay, cool. Since we're doing this, I'm going to go to my boyfriend's room. Her boyfriend's Byron. And you can go do whatever the fuck it is that you're going to do in this boy wing.
With one of your boyfriends.
So Avery makes her way to Damon, who is once again adamant that nothing is wrong and that he doesn't get upset. But you're throwing a little fit, so I don't know about all that. She's kneeling down in front of him, because he's sitting on the bed. And so, when she comes in and he's, hanging his head, I'm pretty sure that he has liquor in his hand. So she kneels down in between, his legs. And she's, underneath his bed, there's a mask that he was wearing during Operation Rescue Avery. So she puts it on. And this is when he has his fuck it moment. And he pulls her up, rips the masks away. They end up kissing. He cops a feel of her bare ass because he slid his hands into her shorts and inches closer and closer to her coos. Her moan seems to break the trance that he's in. He murmurs her name against her lips before she pulls back to check his face for regret. And then the chapter immediately ends and we're just over with Gray.
Damn it.
I know. So in the last book, we were introduced to a new patient whose name is Ryan, and Gray's busy torturing him.
Oh. Okay.
To try to get intel on why he was summoned to Arthur's office. Apparently, Artie wants Ryan to befriend Vivian. He's like, I don't know why he wants me to be her friend. He just does. After he finishes up with Ryan.
Is Vivian back now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both the girls were rescued. Leighton took, After he finishes up with Ryan, Gray goes to pay Theo a visit in solitary, pointing out that he needed to check on his boyfriend-in-law and mentioning that Avery's worried about him. Theo's cracking jokes about not even being able to get a moment of peace from Gray, even down here.
Because he has the phone, so they're all texting, right?
He doesn't really have service because solitary's in the basement or whatever.
Gotcha.
He tells Gray to tell Avery that he loves her, and Gray's like, fine, I will. And then there's a lot of playful name calling tossed in for funsies. They're calling each other dick and stuff, an asshole, and
normal boy things.
Just boy things. But Gray really does say, I had to come check on my boyfriend-in-law because Avery's worried.
He really said that?
Yeah.
I love it.
So Damon's really battling his demons after kissing Avery again. He tells her that in order to get her back, he had to relinquish his shares in Lilydale, and that alone would give his father enough money to run the institute for years. So he had to strike a deal with his dad, to get Avery back the first time. So they were like shareholders. Both of them were shareholders, but it was like on equal footing. And now his dad is more of a shareholder than Damon.
Got it.
That's how like all the bullshit was able to start happening.
Okay.
Got it? Are you keeping up?
Think so.
Avery calmly explains to him that he did the best he could with the bad situation, and they start making out again. His fingers make their way back into her shorts, where he proceeds to finger blast our girl, telling her he wants to see her come. As he says that, he starts to like suck on her neck, which is what pushes her over the edge. Once she's finished, he sucks his finger, and then she sucks his finger, and he admires the mark that he left on her neck. He asks if she's afraid of him, and she tells him no, and he once again tells her that she should run, but now that he fears he would chase her if she did.
Oh.
The rest of the chapter is Damon's inner monologue about how he can't let anyone down. So annoying. Okay. They end up meeting with Gray, who explains the Ryan situation and takes note of the state of Avery's neck. Damon also...
He's like, excuse me.
He doesn't say anything, but he's like,
I'll see that
I see that shit. Locked in. Damon also explains Gray the situation with his father. It's much more dire than he originally let on when negotiating Avery's return. Gray tells Avery that Theo loves her and that he, Gray, has ass duty tonight. So we're at shower time once again. And
I forgot ass again. I'm like, huh?
Avery's sleep schedule. So we're at shower time again. Avery's summoned to Arthur's office, where he tells her that she will be on special duty over the next week. She will be working alongside Dr. Elsher, which causes her to like panic. She swipes everything off of Arthur's desk, including a lit candle, which starts a small fire, which results in Avery being thrown back into the memories of the fire that like killed her father.
Oh, yeah.
Her trance is broken by Arthur telling her she's lucky solitary is otherwise taken, or she'd be down there right now. Avery's taken back to her room. She replays everything that went down, relays the message to Damon so that he's in the loop. They end up texting briefly about this before Avery tries very unsuccessfully to go to sleep. She's very traumatized. She's
Having some PTSD.
Yeah, she's lying awake in her bed. Her phone buzzes with another text. It's from Damon. He's like, hey, are you awake? And she's like, yeah. He tells her in 20 seconds, her door will open, and he wants her to run from him. She runs to the kitchen. So we have some primal play going on here. Okay. She runs to the kitchens, but she doesn't hide very well. So he grabs her by the ankle, pulls her out from where she's hiding.
She's like giggling.
She's like rolling her hair and like, he's wearing the same outfit from the night of the rescue, and he has the mask on and everything. And she's like, this whole situation, hot. They kiss a little bit before he removes her shirt and her shorts. And he's like, he has a neck thing because he's like sucking on her neck the whole time. She's gonna have hickeys. She's gonna have like a necklace of hickeys. Ugh. I'm too old for this.
Ick. I've never.
I think I had one like once.
Yeah.
Like once. The guy that I went to prom with, I'm pretty sure gave me a hickey.
These damn youth, man.
I know.
Claire and her friends will come over and I'll be like, the fuck is that? Hide that shit.
They need to watch a makeup tutorial.
It's like all orange because I've tried to cover it. Like, get a comb to that thing. Break it up.
Put a scarf on. What the hell?
What the hell?
Hide them. Why is it going to be on your neck?
I told Claire, I'm like, next time I see that turtleneck, you'll be wearing a turtleneck.
Claire, you're about to be in Amish garb.
Sorry.
Anyway, we digress. So he's sucking on her neck the whole time. He finds on her thigh where Gray like carved in mine.
Oh yeah, and he puts a hickey over it.
He puts a hickey over it.
Like, now it's mine.
As he's kneeling between her legs to look at her coos. Of course, he puts his mouth on her, and she finds it is incredibly sexy to maintain eye contact while he's like got his mouth glued to her.
Doing a pelvic exam with his tongue.
Yeah. You know how it goes. Your doctor doesn't do that to you?
No.
Just
sorry.
Once he's had his taste of her, I'm so sorry. We are like off the chain. Once he's had his taste of her, she has hers too. She isn't given ample time to explore. She's got her mouth on his member. She isn't given ample time to explore because once she does something that he seems to really like, he like jerks away from her, flips her around, and starts hitting it from behind.
Okay.
Once again, sucking on her neck the whole time. As she gets close to climax, he holds her face in place, like Like this.
Like so.
Like so.
Tune in for the video.
And they come together.
Oh.
As they do. In the end, he tells her... I had to Google translate this because he speaks to her in French, and my French is not that great.
Did you take French?
I did.
Okay.
I had to brush up a little bit. He tells her, "Now you're mine too," in French. Okay, because you blew your load in her? Okay, great.
Did he impregnate her?
She can't have babies.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Something happened. I forget.
It was in book 1.
She was assaulted over and over and over again, and it like destroyed her or something. I don't know. When she was a child.
Okay.
I don't remember. I blacked that out.
We hate that for her, though.
We hate that for her. Maybe she doesn't want to have kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, Damon sneaks Avery into his room, and he proceeds to do her again and again and again. So much so, he's not sure he even slept the night before.
Wow.
He's currently texting Gray. They're like laid out in his bed. She's like sprawled across his chest, and he's just texting Gray. A new plan to spread the news that he is also with Avery through the facility. They're like, so how are we gonna...
There's like a boyfriend group chat.
So how are we going to do this? I just pictured it was like Razor, like the original flip phone. Those are their burner phones. At the time they get to Dr.
They're like playing Snake. That's how
Tetris.
the one guy got through
Tetris.
confinement. He was just playing Snake.
He's just so content to be alone.
Same.
Me too.
Same.
Solitary confinement sounds great. How do I get that? By the time they get her to Dr. Markle for this random appointment, the whole facility knows that she's now with Damon also. Dr. Smith is speaking with Damon about the new plan that Arthur's mapped out. Arthur is going to go out to lunch with Alexander, and he had forwarded this PDF of plans to the whole staff bright and early in the morning that Arthur had sent to him. So like he sent the plan that he has in place, and then I don't know if he went to reply and just hit forward and like it forwarded all. I don't know. He's an idiot. Dr. Smith was like, before he can recall this message, I'm saving the PDF so that I know what the plan is. He has also stolen the spare solitary key from Arthur's desk. It has the code written on it because they're fucking idiots. And he gives it to Gray so that Gray can get Theo out of solitary.
Okay.
Whatever. The quad of men are in the throes of discussing how they will try to stop Arthur from going through the plan when Avery appears, smiling broadly at Theo. They receive word that someone is dead. That someone is Arthur's secretary, who they originally believed was out sick. Seeing her dead body causes Avery's pent-up emotions from being tortured to just explode out of her. She starts destroying the morgue because they're in the morgue. Again. Because all good things happen in the morgue. Mm-hmm. And that's when she realizes that there's nothing that Arthur won't do. Gray tries to talk sense into her, but she won't calm down until Theo bear hugs her, and Damon walks up and wraps his hand around her throat and is like, calm your ass down.
Calm your tits.
This is when things start to spiral out of control.
Okay.
So as Theo has her in the bear hug, Damon rips off her shorts, and then Theo unleashes her, takes her shirt off. Gray's kissing her, and then they're all touching her.
Okay.
She doesn't know whose hands are where, and
so it's like this.
She doesn't care.
You're tuning in. I've got it on display here. Just like this.
She's fighting with them fangs again. Okay, so Damon is laid out on the ground.
Oh.
Damon's Superman.
Oh, yeah.
Avery mounts him.
Forward or back?
Forward.
Mounted.
Gray is tossing her salad.
Which one's Gray?
Yes. And Theo is tiddling her bits.
Somehow he's got a hand on hair.
Basically, she's got Damon under her, Gray behind her, and Theo in front of her, and she's very busy.
Okay.
Everyone finishes. Damon won't let her swallow until she shows them all Theo's boys in her mouth. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Oh,
she ends up blowing him.
Okay.
And then they decide they have to get sleepy Avery upstairs before someone finds them all naked in the morgue, and Gray has to kill them for laying eyes on Avery's perfect bod. So
nobody else can touch her but them.
No one can see her but them. I don't know why I didn't put anything about her putting her mouth on Theo, but whatever.
That's fine.
So it's Damon's birthday, and it's also the date of his mother's death, the latter of which was announced when
Wow,
Arthur
what a birthday.
when Arthur brings his portable podium in. He's like, the announcement is that all patients are eligible for negotiating early release if you sign up for these alternate treatment methods. So they're really like running head on into these like experimental torture treatments.
Yeah.
This is when
The
things
budget's just been dropped.
well, he has Damon's funds now, so he can do whatever he wants.
Got it.
They swing into action after this, with Damon heading to the office to confront his father and Arthur with the news that there was a clause in the legal paperwork that protects Damon's assets, and he's also now majority stakeholder at Lily, which will put a stop to their little treatment scheme. He takes his leave and goes to the library, where he's accosted by Avery. People seem really shocked that he's allowing her to hug him, and even more shocked when they kiss, but he's like kissing her with like he's got his tongue in her mouth and he's glaring at them all as they're making out. So they all scramble to look away. Avery agrees to talk to the patients about the treatment to dissuade them from going through with it. And then Jillian speaks up that something's going on with Dr. Smith. They make their way down to the scene of the crime, where Alexander informs them that Dr. Smith has been fired for insubordination.
Oh, no.
And this is
They're in.
this is
Gone.
the last chapter. Okay.
Gasp.
So this is where we finally learn how Damon was able to swing the stakeholder thing back in his favor. He married Avery without her knowledge.
What?
The clause in question attributes a certain amount of money to Damon's spouse, which tipped the scales in their favor.
How'd they get married?
Dr. Smith,
Oh, damn.
got ordained online. The little impromptu meeting that they had with him, where he's like, the queen protects the king.
Oh. Secret wedding.
Secret wedding. She signed something. Damon signed something. They're married.
Then they had consensual sex.
And then they consummated the marriage.
Son of a bitch.
So Damon's father's livid about this. Avery is super shocked when he calls her his daughter-in-law. It was like a wild reveal. And all the
She's
while,
like, huh?
all the while, Damon's father's like brandishing this gun at them.
Whipping this 9mm around.
Yep. So then all hell breaks loose, literally. Guards are ordered to take the three guys to solitary. Gray and Theo start fighting people while Damon's trying to protect Avery. The rest of the society comes charging in to the scene, and then the gun goes off.
That's it?
Damon checks to make sure his people are good, and when he looks at Avery, he realizes that they're all good because he's the one who got shot.
Oh, no.
He sinks to the floor, and the last thing he sees are Avery and Gray mouthing his name before it all fades to black. Okay, so my opinion. This one, there were less like errors in the actual writing itself, and I found it to be much better written than the second one. I'm going to just say the second one was like second book slump.
Okay.
Like I just told you when I was like, I remember how this book ends. I can't wait for the last book. It's still
Good for her.
It's still a 3-star read for me. But that group scene, I was like, oh my God, what is happening? So that was Ravage by Steph Macca. Sorry the Barbies didn't really come into play too much. I know that you're all here for our new shtick.
I tried.
You're all here for our new shtick, but unfortunately it can't be in everything.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Good.
That was fun.
It was fun. These books are so fun.
I did like that more than the second. I feel like the second I kind of was like
Kelly was like
disassociating a bit.
Kelly was nodding off.
Yeah. But this was fun.
Yeah, this
I
was
liked
fun.
it.
So read those books. And yeah, the Smut Clurb is reading Play Along by Liz Tom Ford. I think we're saying her name wrong. I think it is Liz Tom Fordy.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Okay.
So we're reading Play Along, which is Isaiah.
Did you start it?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to start that in Tennessee and just read it or
I want to listen to the audiobook.
do something else because I do like the audiobooks.
Yeah, I want to listen to I want to do the double dorking with it because I like the audiobooks. But I wouldn't retain the information if I only listened to the audiobook.
Got it.
I have to read them I have to physically read it with my eyes.
With my eyeballs.
Otherwise, I won't remember. And I think after I finish this series, I'm going to go back to, because Bryn's new book came out.
Oh. What is it?
Harvest Season. The second book, Nolan and Harper's book. It's the second one.
I do want to read those too.
So I'm going to, I think, read
There's
that.
so many books.
I know.
So little time.
I know. I'm still waiting for Kelly to read Heated Rivalry for an episode.
Maybe I'll do that
You should.
in Tennessee.
Yeah. And so
Is it on Kindle? Probably not.
No,
Previously.
it's not. It's not.
I need one I can read.
You should trial Everand. It's a book app.
Okay.
You can do 1, 3, or 5.
But I can do a trial run.
Yeah, it's like I think a month free, and then it charges you, but you only get 1 free book.
Everand, if you hear this,
sponsor us because I am a subscriber for you. I don't know how expensive Audible is, and I don't know how many credits you get.
I just do $15 a month.
$15.
Yeah.
So that's how much Everand costs for 3, and they have audiobooks on there.
Pat, if you
Dump
hear it.
Audible and get Everand. And also, if you sign, well, I don't know if they're doing it still, Everand links to your Fable.
Ooh.
And so when you read, it will mark like
I need that because I don't mark.
It'll keep your streak. So
Okay.
Everand, if you're listening, we would love if you could give us a discount
Love
code,
it.
sponsor us.
Please.
And I don't need it for free. I just want to like allow more people to have access to it.
Spread the word.
Spread the word and the good news.
Yes.
Sign up for it.
Okay, I'm going to.
It's, in my opinion, it's worth it. Since I don't do book of the month anymore, I do the 3-tier plan, but I might go up to 5 because then I can double dork like all of my reads.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. Anyway, that's that.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you after I get back from Tennessee.
Kelly will be back from Tennessee by the time this episode comes up.
You know what I mean. We'll
Okay.
record.
Okay.
We'll record later. I don't know
Okay.
what I'm trying to say, but we love you.
We love you and toodles.
Bye.
Hot.
Hot. Stay hot.